Hi and welcome, I am Helle from Game for Life BG, and today I'm going to make a playthrough of Ecosfera, and this is a game for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 40 to 80 minutes to play and is for the ages 7+. And this is a cooperative game where we're going to rewild, be rewriting the world. And this is a prototype game I have, so that is why not all of the cards they are colored yet. So this is a game that is going to be on Kickstarter in about February or March of 2023. I will do a playthrough with 2 players. You can play it with 1 player too, but I want to give you the best impression of the game, how it's played. I'm going to play with 2 players. And in this game, we need to build these biome tiles, and there are 7 of them. And in order to do so, we need to use our cards to get some fungi and plant cards. And with these, we can build different animals. And if we have the right combination of animals, we can start getting some of these biome tiles. We also have some disaster tiles. These we do not want. If we build all of the 7 disaster tiles, then we're going to lose the game. So in the game we have some animal kingdom cards. We have some fungi and plant cards. Then we have some element cards. And then we have these disaster cards. Each player is going to get 2 disaster cards and then 1 of each of the elements to start with. And then you have 3 ability tiles that we can use. And that is some one-time use abilities. Each player, they're going to shuffle their deck of cards. And then they're going to draft 4 cards face up. So we need to rewild the world and build these 7 tiles. And I will explain how it's going to work as I play the game. So each player is going to shuffle their cards and then draw 4 cards. And this player is going to do the same. Shuffle their cards. Oops. So we have a little panda and we have a little Stitch, the 2 players. Oh, 1 disaster, and we will place their cards like, I think we're going to place them like this. So we need to buy some of these cards, and let's say that our panda is the start player. And we can help each other with these tokens. We have this token where if we use this one, we can flip it to the other side. Then I will be able to give 1 of my cards to another player. If you can play with up to 4 players, you can give it to another player. You're going to try and help each other. Look at the symbols you have here, because in my turn, I need to be able to either build 1 of these fungi plant cards or an animal card, or I need to be able to use my animal cards to make 1 of these biome tiles. With this plus symbol, I can draw 1 more card to my hand. And with this symbol, we can discard all the cards in a line and get 4 new cards. And that can be the animals or the fungi plant line. Okay, and what do we need? We need to build some cards. If I can't build any cards on my turn, if I can't build a card, if I can't use cards to get 1 of these biome tiles, then I will get 1 of these disasters. I will get a disaster card to my hand, and my turn would be over. And that is not a good thing. If you get 3 of these disaster cards to your hand, then we're going to place 1 of these disaster tiles. And if we place all 7, then we will lose the game. Okay, so first we need to look at these cards. On these cards we have some symbols at the bottom. And that is what is required to build a card. I only need 2 of the symbols. If I only have 2 of them, then I can purchase 1 of the cards. We have 4 symbols, 3 and 3 symbols. And I have a sun, I have water, I have this. I actually have for this card. So I could purchase this card. And before I do that, I would also look at my friend Stitch to see if they can get anything. They have a sun, they have the wind, they can't get this one, they have the sun and the time hourglass. So they would be able to get this card. They can't get these two. So they are okay. They are okay with what they can do. So for the moment, and why I'm looking at this, because if you can't do anything on your turn, then you're going to get one of these disaster cards to your hand in your deck, and we don't want any of them to your hand. And you can get a card out here if you have all the symbols you need, or if you have just two of them. If you just have two of them, then you can grab one of the elements for the one you are missing. And that is the way you're going to get more of these element cards to your hand. If you at any point get 3 of the same type of element, your turn is also going to end, and you're going to get one of the disaster cards to your hand. So you also have to be careful that you're not going to get too many of the same elements in your deck. So for this player, this is a water. This is a water, so this would be water and sun. So I could get this card or this card. So I can choose between these two. But I like this one with the mushroom, because we can use this one when we have to build an element too. If we get a card with the mushrooms and we have this one, then we can build this element without using animals, and that is the only one you can do it with the mushroom card here. So I'm going to get this one, so I can pay with. I have to pay with my wind and with my sun, and then I don't have the hourglass, so I have to take the hourglass from here, and that is also used. So the card you're using, you're going to flip to the side, but this card I get to my hand, and I could use it. If I had anything where I could use this with, then I would be able to use the card now. And if my friend over here couldn't do anything out here, then I could give one of my cards, use this ability, and give one of my cards to Stitch. But let's see, we're going to flip the next card over. And here we have sun and wind. So Stitch would be able to get this card or this card on their turn. So they're good. I don't need to help them. I don't need to use any of my one-time abilities here. If we at some point get 2 animals with the same symbol, then I can activate one of these that I have used again. But first we need to get some of the animals. My turn is over. I did something, so I'm not going to get a disaster card. So these cards I'm going to put to my discard pile. I'll put a discard pile on the other side here, I think. And then I'm going to draw 4 cards. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. And then draw 1 more card. And then it's Stitch turn. And they can choose either this card or this card. And this one, if you have any symbols up here, you're going to get that symbol. So when you play this card, you will be able to use this ability that is on the card. And if you have more, like this one has, it has 2, then you can choose one of them to use. So I'm going to grab this card and I'm going to use the sun and the hourglass, and then I have to grab 1 sun from here because there are 3 symbols, and then I have these 2 cards. I could now, if I want to, I could get 1 more card from my deck. There's a good chance no, I don't know. I have 3 cards, so one of them could be this one. And that would be okay, then I wouldn't get it in my next turn. I could also get one, so I could buy 1 more card. Let us see. We have this symbol, and the only one, this one, if we got, I don't have a sun. I have 2 suns here, so I don't have a sun. Let's look at our friend. The panda, they have an hourglass. There's no hourglass. They have the wind and this one. So at the moment, they can't get any card from out here. They can't get any. So they have to use one of the abilities. I could give them a sun. I could use this one and give them a sun, so we're sure that they would be able to get this one at least. So should I give them a sun so they could get 1 more card? I can. Do you know what? I will use my plus and draw 1 more card. we got the disaster card. Perfect, because then I might not get it on my next turn. But of course we're going to shuffle our cards. That was the ability on the card I used. I think I will use this ability and give them my son. They can also use the ability and remove all the cards. Yeah, I think I will give them this one. That is what I did on my turn. Then we're going to draw these two, and we're going to shuffle our cards and get 2 more cards to our hand. We're always going to draw 4 cards. Just flip them the same way here. One there and one there. Oh, we did get one of the disasters, but then we could have maybe have received 2. Okay. Yeah, let's see. So this player could definitely get this card here. So I'm not going to take that one, and I can't. But I have the sun. I have the wind, which is the only 2 things we can use at the moment. Yeah, so I think I'm going to grab this card. So I'm going to get a sun more. So I have these. And there's no special ability on this card. These 2, let's just see what we get here. We might get something. Water and a wind. No, nothing we can use. So this is going to be our turn again. We're going to get 4 new cards. And we got this one. So we just need some mushrooms out here and get a card with mushrooms. I think we are good. We are good with water and sun. We will be able to get this card. Yeah, so on our next turn we will be able to get this one. So let's see what we have here. And they have water and sun. But they also have this one, water and this one. So they can grab this card. And then this player can get this card. So they are going to use the wind and the water to get this card. And then I can use this ability. I can use the ability to give this player a card. I can't take this card and give to the player. You cannot give the card itself, but it would have been good because these 2 have the same symbol on them. So it would have been good if he got this card here. Let us see. This one has a lot of symbols. I mean, to be able to make any of the animals, we need to have 2 of these cards to our hand with the same symbol. Then I can grab one of the animals with this blue symbol. We would have been able to grab the turtle, the sea turtle. So if I hadn't used this one, I could have used that one to give this card to our panda, and then the panda could purchase that card and then also grab an animal. So we have a sun, and we can give something to our player over here. Maybe we would want that card, because that requires 4. I could use this one and give my son to this player. Then they could actually grab that card, and then maybe on my next turn I would be able to get this one. Would that help? I don't know, but I think I will do that. I will use this one and give the sun. Oh, it's not the sun that is needed. It is water. No, and I can't give any of the cards that I have used. It has to be an unused card that I'm going to give. No, I don't think they need the sun, because there's only one sun there. I think we are good. We are not going to do anything else. So we are just going to take our discard pile, get 4 new cards. And then we can shuffle these. So we will be able to draw 1 more card, because now we only have wind and a tie hourglass. We can't use that for anything. But let's see what our panda can do. What can our panda do? They have water and sun. So they can grab this card as the only card. As the only card. We would have liked that card, because then... Oh, if we could get a wind, we could get that card, and then we would be able to make an animal. We would be able to make this one up here with the green symbol. Should we take a chance and grab one more card? I think we are going to grab one more card and see if we can be lucky. Oh, it was a disaster card. Oh, I should have known, but I didn't count on the cards we had. That it definitely did not help us. But of course, we're not going to get the disaster card the next time, right? Then I think we are going to just grab this one, where we're going to use our water and the sun. And then we're going to get this card to our hand. And that is it. And let's just see the next card, of course, if that is something. So that was sun and water. No, nothing there to help us. So we will discard our cards. Oh, maybe I had to shuffle them because I hadn't. I think I hadn't. You should just shuffle the cards when you need to draw cards. And that's first now I need to draw cards. So let's shuffle them, take off somewhere, and then we're going to get 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got a disaster card again. And we don't have anything with hourglass. We might need to get new cards out here then. Okay, our friend here only has wind and hourglass. We can't use that for anything. So he's definitely going to take this one. And I think, or maybe he will draw another card. Let's see what he can get. Oh, he doesn't have to use this one. He has the symbol here, so he can draw another card with the symbol up there. Then we got a water. Water and wind, so we can get that card. And we would also be able to get that card. We needed one with this symbol. That would be that card. Then we would have needed a sun. If we could get a sun, we could have received that card. But we would like to have this one with a lot of symbols on it. So that we can take with water and wind. Water and wind. Then we can grab this card, and we need to grab one water. So we get one more water to our hand. Then for this one, let's just see what is going to come up. Now we got something with, we have sun and we have hourglass. But this player needs one more thing to be able to build that card. Maybe I should use the ability on this card and just take 7 new cards, so maybe we could get something with this symbol. The cards, they're going to be shuffled again. When this deck runs empty, then we're going to shuffle these and we will get them back into the game. So we're going to use this to get 4 new cards. Now we have something with the hourglass. So this player can definitely get something now. That is good. So this turn is over. We are going to get 4 new cards. And it is the Panda's turn. They can grab this card here. This card with the sun and with the hourglass. Then they will need to get one more sun to their deck. And then we get this ability where we can pass a card to our player here. Is there any way they can get a card with a yellow sun? No, there aren't any. Not yellow, but with this yellow symbol. Then I could pass this card to this player. But it's not going to help them, because we don't have any out here. I don't have anything I can give to help this player at the moment. But they can get this card. Oh, they can get this card. And yeah, Then I will use my token here to pass this card to the player over here, because they can get this card, and then we have two of the same symbols. Then we can get an animal. We can get our first animal. We can take the elephants, or we can take the bees. Yeah, that was my turn. And if we get two animals with the same type of symbols, then we can activate one of these again. So I'm going to grab 4 new cards. And then Stitch. We have a plan for you, Stitch. Stitch is going to grab this card. And they're going to use the wind and the sun. And then they're going to take 1 hourglass to their hand. And then they can draw 1 more card. And they can also give a card to this player. Let's just see what we're going to give here. I hope we would get one of these blue symbols, because then I could have given them this card. But we can... Oh, that's our discard part. I'm going to draw 1 more card. I can draw 1 more card. And when you use these abilities, you don't exhaust the card. You only exhaust the card if you use it to get a card, or to take one of these tiles when you have 2 animals. Okay, we will draw 1 more card because of this plus symbol. Let's see what we get. We got 1 more hourglass. Yeah, that is not too helpful at the moment. I will just place it here. Okay, so we can use these 2. So you can grab more cards on your turn if you have the cards for it. So I will use these 2 to grab an animal, and let's start with the elephant, because it's easier to get this one. There's a lot of tokens on it, so I'll take the one that is not the easiest one to grab. So I will take this one. So we got our first animal to our hand. Going to take a new card out here. And then I can still use these symbols. Is there anything I can give this player? They have a lot of cards, so they don't have a problem now. So don't think I'm going to give anything, because we don't have any blue cards. Then it should be because we wanted to get new cards out here. But I think we will save those for the moment. So I will just end my turn. Grab 4 cards. Ooh, if we had 1 more water, then we would have gotten one of these disasters in our deck. We might need some help this time. We only have 2 water. Oh, no. We only have 2 water, so we can get none of the cards at the moment. But we can get 1 more card to our hand. And we still have some symbols here that can help us. Okay. We need to do something for our panda. We need to get... let's see. Can we get something without getting anything to our hand? No. No, because there's water on all of them and we do not have any water here. Ooh, can we get 2 cards so we would maybe be able to get an animal? We have our wind. We don't have any sun out here, so no, I don't think we can do that. Okay, we can use this one to get that one. But we don't have any more of those symbols. So instead, I think we are going to grab one of these 2. So we will just grab this one, where we are going to use the hourglass and the wind, and then we're going to grab 1 water to our hand. And that is going to be our turn. Then we're going to grab a new card. And you're going to get 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we would like one of these 2 cards. We have water and sun, so we can't get them at the moment. But maybe we can get help. Maybe we can get help. Okay, Stitch is going to start with drawing a card. They got a wind and water. They can get a card out here. So with wind and water, they are going to the problem is with this guy, they have sun and water. They can't get anything at the moment, but we can with these two. So we are going to take, I think we will take this card. So we are going to get an hourglass, so we're going to use these three. Then we have these cards to our hand. Let's see what is out here. We have these to our hand. I would like to get this card to this player, so I can take a chance and see if I have a lot of cards where I can, with this symbol on them. So I think I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to flip the next card. Ooh! I can't give anything, but I can refresh a line, but I can get an animal. So I can get a green, a light green or a dark green animal. So let's grab an animal. The only animal we can grab is this one. So we're going to grab the bees. So we now have the bees to our hand too. We're going to get a new one out here. And there's no symbol that can help us on it. But we did have a symbol where we can refresh these. And I think we will refresh them because this player cannot use any of these. So maybe we can be lucky. So I'm going to refresh these for the symbol we have on the card. So let's get 4 new. We need something. Yeah, he can grab that one. Oh, yeah, and he can grab that one. Oh, this is perfect. Even though we don't have an animal up here with any of these symbols. Then maybe we have to refresh the animals so they could grab one. Well, that was this turn. Now we have 2 animals. And we need the animals to be able to make these tiles. Good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alrighty. Then this player is going to. Ooh, they can grab for this. Oh, the mushrooms. We want the mushrooms. When we got the mushrooms, we also have the tree. Perfect. This is perfect, guys. We can make our first biome tile. So we're going to use the sun and the water, and then we're going to get wind added to our deck. And then we have this card. And then the only other way where we can make these biome tiles when we are not going to use animals is if we have the mushroom here, the fungi, and we have the tree card with a mushroom, and we have these mushrooms. So any of these symbols that are the same, we are now allowed to make our first biome tile. So we're going to make the green biome tile. So that was actually nice. So that is the light green. It is this one. So the first biome tile, and we're going to build it up here. So let's just place it. Should we place it here? It is the temperate forest. So we're going to place it here. So he got to do 2 things then. And then we have 1 card for the panda. So our first, we just need 6 more. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And this player, they can refresh a line of cards if we need to. They have an hourglass and this one. They can't use them for anything. So the only thing we can do now is refresh and hope that we get something we can use. Because we only have these 2. And this one requires 4. So we're going to use the ability on the card here where we can refresh. So we have this symbol on the card where we can refresh. That we are going to use. Again, we are going to refresh these and then we're going to see if we can be lucky. We need hourglass and wind. Nope. Okay, then we might have to take a disaster card, or I have to use my last ability here. I have to use my last ability to see if I can get lucky. I think I will save it, and then we will have to take one of these disaster cards to our hand. So I'm going to save it for now. Then we're going to shuffle our cards. Just put them in the same order here, I think. Yeah. So we got another disaster card to our hand. That is not good. But yeah, it will happen. I just wanted to save that one just for a bit because we only had 2 cards we could use, right? Now we have a lot of cards we can use. Lots of opportunities. This player has a sun and an hourglass, and there's still nothing out there we can use. So I think he is actually going to use this one. Then we'll see if we get an hourglass. Otherwise we have to have one more disaster card to our hand. There was an hourglass and the sun. Pew! That is something we can use. So he is going to grab this one with the sun and the hourglass. And then he's going to get one more sun to his hand. You can also use this symbol to take any of these cards back. So you can get rid of one of these cards from your hand when you use that one. So if you get too many of some kind of element, like for example the sun, then you can use it to get rid of them. But he doesn't have any help now on these. So yeah, we'll see how it will go. We can grab an animal again. Oh, we need to shuffle these cards. If there was a green animal, then we can grab a green animal. But there are no green animals. Alright, this we need to, let me see, he got a drop and air, so he could grab that one. And I have 4 elements. I have this one, we have to for exactly this one. So we can grab this one. So we don't have to take any more cards to our hand. Then we can use the ability. And I think we want to use the ability to get 4 new animals. So we can see if we could get a green token, so this player would be able to grab an animal. So we are going to remove these 4 animals and get 4 new. Oh, there was one. A little mouse, I think. Something. So that was that turn. So we are going to grab 4 cards. Oh, I think we need help this time. Oh, but we can't get help, can we? We can give a card to another player, but these are not the same symbol. Yeah. And we cannot do anything with just 1 hourglass, and he doesn't have a symbol that can help us at the moment. Okay, this is this player's turn. They can grab this card, but I am not going to, because instead we're just going to use these 2 to grab an animal. So we could grab this animal. So we have a little apodemouse. Apodemus. And we don't have any symbols we can use, so we can't help our little friend Stitch. We would like to give him some of these, but we can't. So we need to get 2 animals with the same symbol, then we can flip one of our tokens. That was the panda's turn. 2 suns, they will be able to get a card. At least they will be able to get a card. And Stitch has a problem. I can give a card to my friend over here. If there's anything that could help them. I could give them this one so they could get this card without getting any new card to their hand. So we don't take any more of these. I can't do anything. That is annoying. I can only give a card to the other player because these symbols are not the same. So I will use this one and give them my hourglass, I think. And then we will get one more of these to our hand. This is not good. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So now we can get a blue animal. And we got this animal. Then we will be able to. Oh, we need a blue animal up here. But we have this symbol. So for the next turn we can get some new animals. And then we have an animal. Then we would be able to maybe make one more of these, because we have the bees to our hand. And if we get one more animal, we can also activate one of these tokens again. Okay, we have 2 suns and we have this one, so we can grab this animal. And then we have used these 3 cards. And there are no abilities on the card. If I had been able to give it to this player, then nothing. Never mind, I thought about this one, but that is not an animal. Yep, that is the turn. We are going to grab 4 new cards. And then this player is going to use this one to get 4 new animals. We want some blue animals, please. There was one. Oh, and also with this symbol where we can give cards to another player. That is a good one to get. Oh, lots of blue animals. So we can we can make 2 now, because all of the symbols that matches, we can. If we take this one, we can make 3 animals. We can make 3 of these, because we can make all of the symbols that matches. So we are definitely going to use these 2 to grab one of the blue animals. And if we grab this one, then we can make 3 of these biome tiles. Yeah, I think we're going to grab this one. The seal, the harbor seal. So we use these 2, and I'm able to give a card to another player if we want to. I could give this one. What can this player do? If they could get, let's just get one more card here. If they could get a yellow or a green, they could grab an animal. What do we have? If they can get that one? Hey, they can get that one. They have 2 of the cards for that one. And then they can grab an animal. Perfect. We don't have to worry. Okay, I have 2 animals. I can reactivate one of these. I think I will reactivate the one where I can give a card to another player. Could also reactivate the plus one. We can draw 1 more card. But I think I will do that one. And then all the same, the matching symbols. Oh, wait a minute. The blue is not on here. So it's not only going to be these 2. Then I could also have grabbed that one, so I have they would get that ability. Ah, never mind. We took the seal. So we can make the blue and the green. So we have to find the dark blue. And we have to find the light blue, this one. And then the green, this one. So we're going to make these 2. And this one is the center. So, and then we can place this one up here. So, and then just have to place my discard pile up here so we can see what we are building. There we go, I think. Yes. Well, that was that turn. And I don't think this player needs this card. If they get this card, they could make that card. But they want to make that one so they can grab an animal. Yeah, I think they want to grab that one so they can grab an animal. Then we're going to get 4 new cards. Ooh, 2 of these disaster cards. I definitely need to be able to do something then. Ah, but we can't draw 1 more card. We only got 1 water. Oh boy. Yeah. But, yeah. We have to be lucky the next turn then. Otherwise we're going to get our first of these tiles if I can't do anything on my next turn. Yes. I am going to use these 2. So I can get this card here. And then I have to take a wind to my hand because I don't have that symbol. And then we can use, let's just grab a new card here. There's a water, we just need a sun then. We can use these 2 to grab an animal. And that is going to be this animal. That is the only one that has the green on them. Ah, that is all the 3 we have already made. Right? So, yeah. That is it. I can't help my friend over here. I don't have any symbols that can help. So, unfortunately, the panda can't help little Stitch. They're going to shuffle their deck of cards. And you can't get rid of these. You can't use this one to get rid of these, even though that would have been nice, but we can't. Okay, then we are going to draw 1 more card. Hopefully it's something we can use. Oh, we have 2 of the same, so we can get an animal. And we can draw 1 more card. Oh, do we? Because if we get 1 more of these, then I can't remember. But we will use these 2 to grab this animal. So we have used these 2, but I can still use 1 more plus sign if I want to draw 1 more card. But I think I don't want to draw 1 more card then. It's not helpful if I give this one to this player. I think this player, they can get, let me see, what can they get? They have a sun, they have this one, they can get that one. If I give them my water, but then I have to use this one. I don't think we're going to save them. Then we are going to save. So we have to shuffle. Now we got our elephant. So if we get, oh, that is 3 colors we don't have. So could we get a card, an animal more? That would be nice. So we will take off right here. That one. No, 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 no. We didn't. Yeah, we need 1 more animal. They can get, can they do anything that can help us? We have water and we have that one. We can get that card. Okay, and this player has sun and this one. So they can take this card. They're going to take, oh, they could also take that card, right? No, they can't take that card. They can only take this one. So they can take this one. And then they're going to use this card to draw 1 more card to their hand. Oh, not from there, from here. Oh, and they got this one. So if there was an animal that was yellow, they could grab it. They could grab it. So I think I am going to use this star to remove all of these cards. And then let's see if we could get a yellow animal. No yellow animal. Ah, then we can't use these. This player can't do anything more. They are going to get 4 new cards. Little Stitch. And what did we get out here? We can get this one. That is it. So we can just take that one for this turn. Oh, we didn't get to use our animal. So we have to take one more wind to our hand. And then we're going to get a new card. And hopefully we will get more of the animals then. Going to get... Well, we can definitely grab some of these cards then. And we can give a card to our neighbor player. So we can help them if needed for the next round. This player's in turn. They have wind, sun, and this symbol. What is... They don't have any water. Wow, they can't do anything. I don't think they can do anything. A sun is not enough for that one. They only have 2 of the elements for that one. They only have 1. And they only have 2 for that one. So they really can't do anything. And they don't have any abilities, so... Yeah. So I should have helped them. No, it wouldn't have helped. I only had this one I could give them. So it would not have helped them. So they have to get one of these to their deck, and their turn will end, and they will grab 4 new cards. So now they have an animal. That is the 3 symbols we have made out here, right? Yeah. Okay. Then I am going to use these 2 to grab an animal. Maybe we should take, I think we will take this one. So we can use our green to get this card, this animal to our hand. Then we will draw one more animal. Then we need to shuffle the cards with animals in a moment. Yeah, we can just shuffle them now. Okay, then I can draw one more card to my hand. I think I will. Ah, a disaster card. Perfect. Then I can use this one to give a card to this player. And I will give them this one. Because then they have 2 of the same animals. They can draw one more card, and they would be able to activate one of these symbols when they have this one. So I will use this ability to give them this card here. Can they do something before I do that? Can they do something with these 2? They can't. They can't. But they can then draw one more card when they get this one. So that way I can help them. Because I don't think they cannot use these 2 to get any cards out here. So they can flip one more card. And these, we already have made these colors. Yeah. That is what we are doing. That was our turn. So we are going to get 4 new cards. Oh, what do we have? We have 2 animals. Ah, I need this card. Because then we could make the blue. Because I have 2 of... I can activate one of my symbols again. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the matching. I need another animal to my hand. Then we would have been able... If I had this one. Yeah. Okay. It is the panda's turn. And they can flip one more card. That they are certainly going to do. They got one more of these. This is not helpful. They can use, because they have 2 animals with the same element, they may activate one of these again. I think they will activate the one where they can get one more card to their hand. Or we could take the one where I could give, yeah, we will take the one where we can get one more card. I could also take the one where I would give this animal back over here. Because then we could make the blue in the next turn. But then I can't do anything. I can't do anything. But it's not sure if I pick one more card. It's not sure that I'm going to be able to do one more thing. So I think I will flip this one over. And that's just because they were matching symbols on the animals. You're allowed to do that. I haven't used the card. And then I can use this ability to give this card back to our neighbor player over here, because then they will be able to make the blue of these biome tiles. And then I can't use these. I can only get up to 2 on this one. And then we need 2 more. So I'm just going to discard all of these cards, and then we're going to get one of more of these to our deck. And then we're going to get 4 cards. And it wouldn't have helped us if we got that one. I don't think we didn't have, no, it wouldn't have helped us. So that was the best thing we could do. Send that one on. What? He needs help again in the next turn. He needs help. He has 4 of these, but none of them are the same. Oh my. Oh, I don't think he will be able to do anything in the next turn either. Well, we can draw a card. Maybe we can get a card that can help him. It is our turn. And we are going to draw one more card because of this one. Ooh! We got one more animal. So now we can make... I have to decide now. I have to decide if I want to make the blue. No, I can't make... oh, and yeah! We can make these 2 match and these 2 match. Perfect. And I can remove a line of cards if we need to. So, with these 2, we're going to make the red. So we can also flip this one. And we can, even though we make it, we have 2 animals with matching symbols, we can only do this once per turn. So we can flip that one. And we will make the red. And with this one, we're going to make the dark blue. That was pretty awesome. So the red and the dark blue, then we only have 2 left to make. So I'm going to make, oops, these 2. So we only need 2 more. And then we have used these cards. And I think I will draw one more card. Oh no, it was a disaster card. I hope that I could give a card to this player so I could help them. Because at the moment they can't do anything. So I used this one to draw one more card. I did have a symbol where I could get 4 more cards out here. If there's anything where there was just 2 symbols. I think I will use this one, and then we are going to remove all of these. So we will take 4 new cards. See, there was only 2 symbols there, but it needed to be with a sun for him to be able to take it. That was our turn, but that was a good turn. We did get 2 more of the biome tiles, so we only need the purple and the yellow-orange-ish color. Okay. Now this player can't do much. They have used all of their abilities. These symbols do not match. And with 1 sun, they can't do anything. So they need to get 1 more of these to their hand. It's not good. I think they have gotten a lot of those to their hand lately. So we definitely need to help this player. Let us see. They got an animal, but we don't have these colors. So we need to get these 2 colors, and none of them are out here. So we need to get some new animals, because we need the purple and the orange color. Okay, so what can I get? This player got a sun and a water, so they can get this card the next time. And also where you can, so we are definitely going to leave that one for this player. They could also get that one. Okay. They have 2 things they can get from out there. What do we want to take? Should we take this one then, where we will be able to draw one more card? We can also take that one where we have everything for it. I think we'll take this one where we have everything for it. And then we can give this card to this player. Let's just see what we get here. Because at the moment they have sun and water for that card. Otherwise they could take that card instead. So we still have a sun out here. And they would get a card where they can get one more card to their hand. Yeah, maybe. We can use this one and then this player can get this one. I will give them that one. So there are more options. And then we have 1, 2, 3. And then we have this one. So we can get an animal. We can get the giraffe. Oh, but we need to get some new symbols out here. So we are able to... Yeah, I think I have to hope that we will get another orange animal out there the next time. Oh. Yeah, and we can draw up to 2 more cards in the next turn. It's going pretty well for Stitch. Now, our panda has turn. It's their turn. So they can grab this card with the sun. Yeah, I think they're going to grab this card. They're going to use this water and the sun. And then they're going to get one more water to their hand. And then they can give a card to another player. Of course not this card. But they can give one of these. Do we want to give the animal here? We don't have any of these. All these have been made. But if we get another animal, then we could reactivate a token. So I might as well use this one and give this animal to this player. I think that's what we're doing. Then that was the turn. We just need to make 2 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they have a blue. They have these 2. At the moment they won't be able to do anything out there, but they can maybe get some help if we give them. At the moment we can't. Let's see what we are going to get. Okay, Stitch will draw one more card. Oh, we need to shuffle our cards. So we definitely need to get some new cards out there. Also here, it's the wrong colors. Okay. So we will draw 1 extra card. We got we have matching symbols. So we can flip our token here because we have 2 animals with matching symbols. And that is these red ones. We are going to flip one more card for that one. We got the bees. Ooh, we got the yellow. Ah, if you could get a yellow card or the purple. We both have the yellow and the purple. We want a yellow or purple animal. There's no yellow or purple animals up here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our giraffe and you're going to get new cards to what line? We're going to get new cards to this line up here, and hopefully we could get a purple or yellow animal where there's also a red symbol. So I'm going to use it to get new animals. Let's see what we're going to get. No, 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 and no. They are all, they're purple, all of them. But none of them are red. None of them are red. Oh, that is annoying. So I want to draw one more card. for myself. I'll use my token. Then we got this one. One more animal. Then I will use this one to get 4 new animals. Come on, we need something with red on it. Oh my god, there we have it. We have it. We are going to end the game now. Look at that one. That one is perfect. So we're going to use these two. Oh, we're going to use these two to get a red animal. And with this one and with this one, with the bees and this one, we can make the yellow and the purple. So we can make the yellow and the purple. That is the last, these two. So we are actually going to finish it now. Wood. There we go. That was pretty lucky we got that one. Then we have a little penguin. And the game is over. We won without getting any of these, even though this player now has a lot of these to their hand. So I think that soon we might get 3 of these, so we would get some of these extinction tiles. But this one was pretty lucky. We got exactly a card that had the 2 symbols we needed, and also the symbol we could build with, because we could only grab an animal with these, with the red color. But we also got discarded 2 times, because we used our token here and we used the token here to discard. Yeah, I look forward to in this game to see when they are finishing the art for it, because of course you can see some of the cards they are finished with their art, and then a lot of them, because this is a prototype, still haven't been finished. They have been drawn so you can see which animal is on them, but they haven't been colored yet. And I think it's a bit easier to see the cards for what is animals and what is plants when they have been colored. Then it's easier to see, because that was one thing where I played it with a group with 4 players, and it was like, when we have to figure out what is the animal and what is the plant cards, then you have to look at all the plant cards. They have symbols up here, and the animals only have symbols at the bottom. And then of course they are an animal, but it was easier to see at these that this is an animal, this is a plant. These two, you have to look a bit more careful on them. Oh, wait a minute. It is a kangaroo, and there's no animals on this one. So I look forward to when they're going to make the finished product and all of the cards they are going to be colored, because then I think it's going to be easier to distinguish the cards, the animals from the plant and fungi cards. And I think, I like the illustrations they have made, but yet again, we need to see the real illustrations when they are completely done, the cards. But what would happen? I mean, we didn't even get any of these. So let's see. We have to see how well we have done. They have, I don't think the rules are completely finished yet, but in the rules, they have a side where you can see how you're going to score for how well you have done in the game. And there's something with you're going to score for. Let's just see what you're going to score for. So at the start of the game, you can decide how many of these cards you're going to start with. That is a way you can make it more or less difficult. But we have plenty of cards here. We haven't used many of them. Each tile you have placed 50 points. And then all 7 bonus tiles placed, then you are going to get an extra 350 points. So are you going to get extra? Because then you will get 350 plus 350, then it will be 700. I don't know. And then for each of these you haven't placed, you're going to get 20 points. And we didn't place any of them, so we will get 140 points for that one. Whoa! The next time we were going to draw from this stack, we were going to get this from this deck, and then we would have received one of the extension. Then we should have placed an extension tile, and then the turn would be over. And then you would just put these to a discard card. You were not going to get one more of these cards when that happened. You were just going to place the first distinction tile. So we were going to get it. If I hadn't gotten the card where we were going to finish this, then we would have received our first distinction disaster tile. Why did I call it distinction? No, we would have received our first disaster tile in our next turn. I just looked at the next 4 cards. So there we would have received that one. And we were talking about the points, by the way. So that would be 20 points for each of these. And then each element card in the supply deck is going to be 1 point, so you would have to add all of these up. So the less of these cards you have used, the better you have done in the game. But I think that should be different if you're 2, 3, or 4 players. I guess you should have fewer of these cards if you are only 2 players, because you're going to have more of them left if you're just 2 players, right? And then they do say something about each card with abilities on your card line would also add some points. And abilities is these different symbols. Is that just the card line you have here or something? I don't know. That would be those abilities. But I think this is still a prototype, and I think they might need to work a bit on the points, because I think it's a bit confusing and having to count so many different things. I think I would prefer it was a bit more simple on how you're going to look at how well you have done, not having that many things you have to count. But yeah, I don't know. But I like if you have something where you can look at how many points you got, and then you can kind of see on a scale how well you have done. They haven't put in a scale on how you have been doing. But I will say, Stitch and Panda, they did a great job. They did make this complete. The Ecosfera, they did rewild the world in an awesome way. And I think they did well. We didn't even get a disaster, even though if we had to draw more cards here, the next 3 cards, there was going to be a disaster. That is the game. It is a quick little cooperative game where you're going to work together and figure out when you need to help the other players. So you're not just going to look at what you have and what you can use. You're going to look at the other players on the table and see, can you make something? Can you make something? And who can help who before it's their turn. So in that way, we can make sure that people, they do not get too many of these disaster cards to their deck. And I like that cooperative element in the game where you are just not looking at your own. You really have to look ahead and also see, hey, maybe I can refresh these for you, so maybe something will come out so you can do something on your turn. So there's a lot, all players, I think, when we played it, was very engaged in the game and looking at how we could help and how together we could make this. This is a game I have played with 2, 3, and 4 players, and in all the games we have won. So I think that is also a reason why they have made the point system. So you kind of have to see how well you have done when you have won the game. So a little thing I think I would suggest for the designers of the game, and still this is a prototype game I have, is that you have to add something that makes it a bit more difficult. So you can, there is one where you can, at the moment you can make it less or more difficult with how many of these cards you're going to start with. You can start with 12, 11 or 10. That is the levels at the moment. But I think you also had to look at how many players you are. So if you are, if you're 2 players, then it would be, I guess it would be, if you had 12, then it would be 6, 5 or 4 of each of the cards. So that would make it more difficult for you. I don't know where the limit should be. There has to be something that will make it a bit more challenging, I think. I normally in games have, if I lose, then I definitely want to play it again because I want to be better at the game. And if I lose again, oh my, I want to play again to see how well I can do. Or if you have levels where I can see, hey, I can start with the easy, then I can go to the normal, to the hard, and to the extreme hard level. So I think there should be a little bit of work in the game, but otherwise I really think this is an enjoyable game to play, and I really like the cards, the illustrations on the cards, and it's simple. I think it's simple with how you can buy these cards, and also you have to use these for buying the animals. And it will be easier when all of them, they are colored up to distinguish the animal cards for the plant cards. But this is definitely an enjoyable game to play, and I did play with a group and they wanted to play it again and again, so that is always a good sign. And we just wanted a little bit more of complexity in the game, so we will be challenged a bit more. But yeah, that is just my advice for the designers of the game. But this is a game that will come on Kickstarter, and I will make a link in the description for the game. And I hope you got a good impression of how the game is played. Thanks for watching.